I think the scope of our cinematics for Lightfall are just so much bigger than any release that we've done before. Our locations are bigger, there's more action, our cinematics are longer.
Because of the talent that's in our cinematics team, we're able to pull off so much. It's pretty exciting.
Mocap speeds. Action.
A release like Lightfall starts with a pitch. And from there, people will sort of branch out into the possibilities and figure out what is achievable. And we'll start shooting mocap very early because the process takes a very long time.
You work fast.
We don't like to waste time.
Oh, good. There isn't a moment to lose.
Lightfall was the challenge because we wanted it to feel exciting and action-packed. And that meant, for mocap, shooting stunts. We shot stunts in several countries, actually. We shot in Stockholm, the UK, Seattle, and LA. And we got to do some of those more dynamic moments. We're shooting somebody jumping, but they're jumping horizontally, and we're shooting them jumping vertically and getting that sense of gravity because you're seeing somebody dangling from something.
Right.
You get that authentic sense of them dangling.
It's hard to sell that kind of weight from nothing. So yeah, super awesome that we got a professional in there to do all the tumbles and the dives.
What mocap does is a miracle in itself, but it still requires so much to get to where you want it to be, and that's what animators are doing.
There's a common misconception that we kind of shoot mocap and that's what we ship out the door, but that's absolutely not the case. Mocap gets us about 50% of the way there, but then there's a lot of work that has to be done from the animation side to go in there, and plus the performance.
I understand what's at stake, Lightbearer. Not all of us have lives to spare.
People don't realize that animators are also performers. You're doing acting, so that contribution is so critical to it, and people often, I think, take it for granted or assume it happened automatically, but it definitely doesn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of hand authoring and hand keying of performances on top of that mocap data that has to be done in order to really make it sing.
What is that?
The witness is here, and in Lightfall, we get to spend time with the witness in a way that we haven't yet.
It's just so reserved and deliberate with its movements. There's no facial expressions. It's just gliding across the floor. There's no sense of weight. A lot of its expressions come from its hands and its fingers, and controls everything from all these cool hand poses that it does.
Everything is this very intentional movement. And then in contrast to that, Callus is one of our brash, sort of more theatrical villains.
And what beauty!
He takes up a lot of space. He's big with his movements. So we tried to incorporate lots of big hand movements. He's got these massive shoulder pads that, we try to emphasize and exaggerate the motions of to really sell his weightiness.
The other thing that we were pretty ambitious about is locations. So we have to do a lot of sort of creative problem solving to find locations to shoot, and we tackled that in a way that I haven't really seen us do before. There's a real-time montage in this that's very hard to pull off. And we're showing all of our characters preparing for this big battle, and we pulled it off.
Yeah, and now that we know how to do it, we can do it again for a future release.
No promise. We picked a few really technical challenges to tackle for this, and the team nailed it.
I definitely think we're going so much bigger with everything in our cinematics, and Lightfall definitely continues this trend that we've been having throughout the year of doing really different things with our cinematics and putting our characters into different scenarios beyond just having a dialogue with each other.
Things get pretty wild, and we were able to show things that are very unique visually. It's pretty amazing we're able to pull off so much.